Hello, I'm Janet.
And I'm Carrie.
And we are two girls and a bottle of wine.
Because men like boobs.
And girls like wine. Happy Tuesday.
Yeah,
yeah, we can hear each other now. Were you... Yes, I think you commented. A few weeks ago, I put like a happy Tuesday. It was actually Wednesday.
Yes.
I'm having problems lately.
I was so confused.
I was so confused, obviously.
That was a nice, though, going backwards. So I'm thinking maybe it is Tuesday. And then it's like, oh, sweet, it's Wednesday. Yeah, that was fine.
Something's wrong with me. I wait for the alarm not to go off because my phone's set to go off Monday through Friday. And so Saturday when I wake up and it hasn't gone off, I kind of freak out for a moment.
Right.
And then I'm like, oh yeah, never mind. Okay, so we have Carrie McLeod back here in studio.
Thank you for having me again.
We always love to have you here.
I'm glad you tolerate me.
Your blog has been pretty active.
Mm-hmm.
It's www.carrieonlife.com.
Yes, and people have been trying to find it with Carrie spelled C-A-R-R-Y. It's my name, so it's C-A-R-R-I-E.
Right.
CarrieOnLife.com. And yes, I think a lot, and thanks to you, putting the link out there and other people putting the link out there. I have more subscribers to it than I had in my last blog the entire time. So that's been nice. It's been really nice and good feedback. And
people think you're witty and smart. And
I try.
It's always good to hear a smart woman talk. Why is Oprah so famous? Because she's smart.
Absolutely.
I just compared you to Oprah.
Is
that okay?
I know. I'm feeling like, wow, I just got compared to God.
Whoa. That's awesome. Well, I'm so glad that you're back.
I'm glad to be here.
And I want to start the week off with some entertainment news. Are you ready?
I am. I will follow along. I'll kind of follow the bouncing ball and try and figure out who to sue.
If you're new to the podcast, Carrie is not an entertainment news whore like I am.
Although I have other friends who are too. So when you send me the list, I call them up. Who is this person? Please tell me who this person is.
And there are some people that I don't even know. Like I go to TMZ.com and they're reporting on everybody that is like E-list and above. I'm like an A-B, sometimes C-list people.
You know, of course, I know like the musicians I like to listen to, and I know, the megastars. I know who they are. But just regular movies that are out and those, I don't know. And as far as what they have going on in their personal life, I don't know. It's like I tune it out completely.
And I used to be so much worse. Like, I used to buy Us Weekly every week just to get my fix. But I've backed off a little bit, and now I have Entertainment Tonight on my DVR, and I watch it, like, once or twice a week.
Right.
But then I'll go to AOL.com and, like, look entertainment news just to see what's going on, kind of. Yeah.
It is more interesting now that I come and do this. It's more interesting.
Is it?
It is.
So I have opened your eyes to the entertainment
if
world.
we went on to like the Kardashians and like Jersey Shore and all this other stuff, I'd be like, whoa. No,
I do watch the Kardashians, but I'm not going to talk about it.
I'm not even sure who they are. I mix them up with the Jersey Shore people, and it's confusing.
It is so confusing. But you do know what Sex and the City is.
I absolutely know what Sex and the City is. I've watched every single entire show. I've seen both movies. We went with our gay friends because, they appreciate it.
Did you wear your sexy Sunday shoes?
I did. We dressed up to go see it. And then, I have them, so I can watch them at home. I don't know why I buy, DVDs that I've seen because I'm not going to watch them again.
I know.
But
I know, I'm the same way.
I loved it, and I've had a few men in my life that have said it's just a bunch of sluts. That's all it's about. You are totally missing what it's about. It's about four women and their friendship and how their friendship transcends through everything.
Everything.
I mean, divorces, marriages, cancer. Different relationships, breakups, and that depending on each other and having that strong. That's what I loved about it. I loved the friendship between them, and they were very diverse, very different.
And there's not a lot of girlfriendships that last like that.
Exactly. So it was it's a very good role model to honor your friends and love your friends and appreciate your friends. I love the show. And the shoes. I love the shoes. And of course, I get compared to Carrie Bradshaw because I'm a writer and I love shoes.
Her name is Carrie.
I've had money issues because I love shoes. So, yes.
Well, there's a rumor that there might be a third movie.
This is the first I heard it, and I was so excited.
I've heard it for like a week now, and I finally investigated when I went to go get some preparation for this podcast. I was like, okay, what's going on? Like, is it really going to happen? And it isn't 100% confirmed. It's all because of some Twitter chatter.
Right.
Now, you've been working on your Twitter presence. How's that going?
Well, it's not going well. I don't tweet anything. I go put my blog. Things. I favorite your things and then retweet them. Yes. And sometimes they're just my links. So I just retweet them back to my thing.
It's true. Yep. It's true.
I'm trying. I'm trying.
I'll have to show you how to connect your Facebook to your Twitter so that anything you put on your Facebook goes on your Twitter.
Oh.
That's what happens
with
two girls.
Do I really want everything on my Facebook going to
No, not your Facebook. Your Carrie on Life Facebook.
Oh, okay. Perfect.
Yeah,
Perfect.
It's awesome. But anyway, back on track.
Okay.
Sarah Jessica Parker, she has confirmed, apparently, that there's going to be a third movie. She was on Twitter, and she tweeted to Kristen Davis, who...
she was Charlotte.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Bam, you're faster than me. And
I felt good knowing that celebrity thing before you.
So she responded to a message from Kristen on Friday saying that she missed her co-stars, and actually Kristen responded to Sarah Jessica Parker. Anyway, it's always hard to describe these conversations on Twitter. And Kristen said, "Me too, heard the news." And Kristen then replied, "Yes, but I'm afraid to get too excited yet. Let me know when we can celebrate." And the exchange prompted fans to reply, and then Sarah Jessica Parker ended it by saying, "Eating crow now." So I don't even know that means anything.
Right.
Like, what does that mean, Carrie?
I have no idea.
You're so much smarter than me.
No, I don't think I am.
I was like,
I don't
understand
know.
how this says there's going to be a third movie. I don't, but many news sources think this says that there's going to be a third movie.
Possibly, and maybe that was a good way to start the rumor mill that they... Mm-hmm. I don't know how celebrities think. I don't know.
They're in a world that we will never know.
But I'm assuming there's going to be How did the last one end? I can't remember how it ended, but it seemed like it ended in a place where they could have they could do another movie.
Mm-hmm. I think every Sex and the City movie,
absolutely.
show just kind of leaves you wanting more.
Mm-hmm.
Hello.
Absolutely. Hi, Kitty.
Yes. And I think the second movie came out way too fast.
Kitty is knocking over my mic.
Hold on one second. And we're back. Okay. So there might be a third Sex and the City movie. Not sure. Some Twitter gossip. Mm-hmm. But I do know for sure that there is another beautiful Hollywood baby on the way.
I see that.
Okay, this is where you didn't prepare.
I did try to prepare. I called up Amber. I called her, and she's my friend and colleague, and she's younger than me, so I figure she's got a pulse on these things. So I called her and I asked, "So who is Blake Lively?" And she tried to
Blake Lively.
Yes, and she tried to explain, and she associated it with Ryan Reynolds, and I said, "Who's Ryan Reynolds?" She goes through all these different movies. Finally, she hit Proposal, and I said, "Oh yeah, I saw that." And then she sends me this huge, larger-than-life picture. There, that's him.
He's got nice abs.
Yeah, it was a shirtless picture.
Of course, that's how you see Ryan Reynolds when you picture him. And then Blake Lively was in Gossip Girl, which you didn't watch, obviously.
Mm-mm.
And there were books. Gossip Girl was based on a book series.
Yeah, I didn't read them. Sorry.
I didn't
but
read
she's
the books
going to have
either.
a baby, and that's fabulous.
But in the final episode of Gossip Girl, she had this amazing wedding dress that was like white with like gold accents, and I wanted it with pink accents, and I will never forget that. Yes.
Was it as beautiful as Carrie's was, the original one that she was going to have?
No.
That she ruined with the bird on her head thing?
Yeah. So Blake Lively, Gossip Girl. Ryan Reynolds, a bunch of movies. Van Wilder is where I think he got his start. He's a beautiful man. They married back in 2012. after meeting on the set of Green Lantern in 2010. And then Blake decided to confirm her pregnancy by posting a photo of her and her baby bump. And if you see the photo, like, she's obviously pregnant. She's been pregnant for a while. Where has she been? How is this just now being talked about?
Fascinating.
How about some woman crush of the week?
That sounds good.
All right, so I'm going to go with mine first because you said that mine segued pretty well into yours.
It does.
So mine is Melissa McCarthy. She's an actress and producer. If you don't know who she is, then...
She was in Bridesmaids.
Okay, so you know who she is. That's
I do know
awesome.
who
That
she
was my
is.
test. If you don't know who she is, then you've probably not had a television for the last 5 years. She's known for making you laugh until you pee, breaking out as a Hollywood powerhouse during her performance as Megan in Bridesmaids, writing, producing, and starring in her latest film, Tammy, which I haven't had the chance to see, but I've seen the previews and it looks hilarious.
I haven't seen the previews either.
She is just one of those ladies. She owns it. Like, she is a bigger lady, and she owns it. She even created a line of women's clothing for the bigger ladies, so go her. And her best quote is, Hollywood wants to make women so perfect. Perfect hair, perfect job, perfect manners. I know some of the most beautiful women, and they're so weird. That's what makes them funny and captivating.
I fit that. Totally fit that. No, I absolutely love her. So, the funniest thing I've seen, she was on Ellen. She was on Ellen's talk show. And, you know, I don't watch a great deal of TV, but I did happen to see this. Hopefully I can find a YouTube clip because I have to send it to you. It's hilarious. So she's telling this story. Melissa was telling this story to Ellen. Ellen's losing it. She's telling the story about wearing Spanx. So she's wearing Spanx, nude-colored Spanx underneath her pants and her top. And she has these people at her house, these construction workers at her house, and she's got different bags on each side because she's always carrying stuff. You know, she's like me. I have all the different purse and bags and, you know. And she's walking towards her house, and she has to go up some stairs, and she's waving to the guys, and they're working on the fence and, like, on the roof and everything, and they're all looking at her like, oh, my God. Well, and she can kind of feel something, but she's not sure what. She looks down, and because the Spanx, you know, the Spanx they make things slippery and slimy. Right. And with the bags and stuff, her shirt went all the way up, and and her pants went all the way down to, like, her shins. And she's like, and before she realizes this, there's a point where she's talking about the roof, but she's like, and check this out. And she's like totally... No, she's like pointing towards her behind, you know, to these construction workers. And they're just like, what is wrong with you? But what I love so much about it, too, is that she can laugh at herself. I mean, she's telling this great, embarrassing story that would just mortify most of us. And she laughs about it, and she can laugh at herself. And that shows a really good, I think, great sense of humor. You know, and a great sense of character, too. Right. To be able to laugh at yourself and accept the fact that you make mistakes. You just do. And you do crazy things like wearing Spanx that cause your clothes to fall off.
I don't know. I have a pair of Spanx, and every time I wear them, I just feel so fat.
Yeah.
I can't imagine being a larger woman like Melissa McCarthy and wearing Spanx.
Right. And I, you know, every now and then, even like control top pantyhose, I can't stand that. So I wear thigh highs, you know.
I'm not thin enough, so I have to wear Spanx. And, yeah, I can't even imagine. Ugh.
They're
horrible. Your woman crush of the week is?
My woman crush of the week is Ellen DeGeneres, and I have so many reasons.
Fun lady.
She is absolutely amazing, and one of the reasons being, and today was so fascinating looking up even more about her, is a lot of people have told me, you're like a straight Ellen. You have a sense of humor like hers.
I could see that.
You know, you're kind. You have that sense of humor like she does. You're like, you know, and you don't really care what people think about you. And you're authentic. And so I looked her up a little bit. And, you know, one of the first things I love, I will catch her show. Like if I'm at the gym and it's on, I will catch her show. You know, and I love the dancing that she does.
I know.
That. If we ever do video, we got to do dancing.
Yes. We'll dance in.
I know. We'll start.
That'll be our entrance.
Yeah, we'll do the whole dance thing. And we'll pretend we have an audience, and we'll go out and dance with them. You know, of course, she did Dory on Finding Nemo. She was on the cover of O.
Okay.
Oprah is the only person who's ever on the cover of O, and she did this marvelous, incredible campaign. She's like photoshopping herself onto, and she's talking about it on her show all the time. She's photoshopping her face onto the covers, and so anyway, it was